Hey guys, welcome back to Yankee Valley Outdoors, and in today's video I'd like to talk a little bit about my plans for planting of the American chestnut tree, what the plans are, and show you the area I plan on going about this in. So without further ado, let's get right into the video. So my plan for planting possibly 100 American chestnut trees. I don't plan on doing them all at this location, but I plan on doing a lot of them at this location. I got this big area through here, but it is all brush right now. So the plan is to clear this out and start planting American chestnut trees. And here so far we have 4 American chestnut trees. These are offspring of the mature American chestnut tree. Down through here, I don't know if you can see the other one down there, but these are offspring of the mature American chestnut tree. Down in here, there's another one. Then there, this one is the one we dug up beside the mature American chestnut tree, the one American chestnut tree that died. So these are the offspring of the mature American chestnut tree. I've said that like 10 times now. The plan is for them to grow here and spread their genetics, and obviously try to have our breeding program where we bring the American chestnut tree back to life with their genetics, of course. So the plan is to plant the offspring of the mature American chestnut tree in here, as well as, along with it, plant other American chestnut trees I buy, which come from parent trees that have some kind of blight tolerance. So right here we have 4 offspring in the mature American chestnut tree. Then up here, I just planted an American chestnut tree that I bought. It's supposed to be like a more higher elevation American chestnut tree. So it should have good genetics, and it'll breed together with these and potentially could produce viable offspring. And that's basically the plan. Now, obviously, we're gonna have a lot of trees come and a lot of trees go. A lot of trees are gonna die, and some aren't gonna make the cut. If I see they're picking up blight within a couple years and they just keep dying off or just keep getting sick, they'll be cut down and replaced with a tree that is actually going to thrive. And that's how it's going to go. We're not going to keep crappy trees. If we see an American chestnut tree doesn't seem to have the best genetics, it's going to get chopped down, because we want viable trees in here. We want trees that are going to be able to help us continue to keep going in our project, and ones that'll be valuable enough to sell nuts off of. Because we don't want to sell nuts from trees that don't have good genetics, because then there would really be no point. So that's a little bit about the project, but right here, all this has to be cleared out. So I got to go in here, maybe even a weed eater, and just get it all cleaned out. There's a lot, and I mean a lot of brush in here. The ground's not too bad in here. I mean, it's a little rocky, but overall not too bad. Some of these trees I'll need to go around and put some mulch or something around, just so they have some better growing medium than they have now. This area is well drained. Sometimes can be too well drained, but once the roots get down in, they should be fine. But it's just that first year you want to make sure that they get watered. Last year we had a very dry summer, so the offspring of the mature American chestnut tree got kind of stunted, and then we lost one. The others lived. The other 4 lived, but the one didn't do as good as it should have, just because of the dryness out here, and no one was able to come here to water it. I was in Michigan, so that's just kind of a little bit about that. But they survived. They managed to survive. They didn't look the best going into winter, but they were still alive. This one looked the best. I don't think this one was here through the summer. I think I planted this one in late summer, fall. And it looked great. It looked absolutely great. And that's the one I think I already said this, but that's the one we dug up beside the one mature American chestnut tree that died. So it should have really good genetics. I know it's 100% pure American chestnut because I looked at the leaf under a microscope. I looked at that one's leaf under a microscope too, and it was pure as well. So I believe all these ones are pure. I'll make sure to check the leaves because I don't want hybrids growing in the orchard. So yeah, that's a little bit about these. And just look through here, all of this brush that has to be cleared out. It's a very nice view up here. You can see the deer stand up there. But yeah, brush has to be cleared out. American chestnut trees put in here, probably 10, 12 feet apart. We're not going to plant all 100 in here, but we're going to plant quite a few in here. So yeah, I just had to get in here with a weed eater and just start cleaning it out. Last year I just did this with I think it was a shovel I did this with. Went back and forth through here until I had a path and enough room to plant these trees. So there's not too much to talk about. It's just getting this done and getting the trees in here. And just like every year, I'm learning more stuff of how to plant the trees better. Last year we had the root rot problem because of the pots I was using. I think I also used potting soil instead of peat. Now this is my selling stock of trees. I used peat for. But my American chestnuts, I was thinking, oh, they'll grow better with potting soil. Well, the potting soil held moisture too much, as well as the pots weren't very good. So that just made a complete disaster. And the high grounds last year ended up being stunted pretty bad. So yeah, there's that. I don't really remember if it was the high grounds that were stunted or the New York Virginia cross, which are kind of closely related, which have close genetics to the trees we have here. I can't remember which one had the rotted roots, but yeah, that was a disaster because I made a mistake. But this year is different. I now know what works and what doesn't work. It's all about trial and error. Last year I grew 300 hybrid chestnut trees, lost very few because I used grow bags and I used peat. That's what I want to use again. I know it works. That's what we're going to do this year with American chestnut trees. Plus, this year I'm not in a rush to go to Michigan, so I have time to get this all cleared out and get it done right and make sure that everything goes smoothly this year. Hopefully, knock on wood, everything goes smoothly when it comes to planting the trees. All right, guys, that was just a little bit about it, a little bit of an overview of what I'm going to do this summer, or this spring/summer. So yeah, we're gonna get this area, like I said, all cleaned up, and we're gonna get the American chestnut trees in here. Now for wood, for protection, I'm building little tree boxes for the trees, which should work great. For my work, I'm taking the wood that they throw out from making the trusses, so I'm making tree boxes with it. So that's what'll be around the trees. Obviously, if I get enough, and it'll work great. And if not, I will buy some kind of fencing or something to put around the trees if I don't have enough of that. So that's the plan. Hopefully it goes well. I'm not sure exactly how many trees I'm going to plant here and how many I'm going to plant at the other location. I have a bunch from last year at the other location, but I would like to put more at the other location. So let's say I get 50. Let's say I get 100 trees. I'll put 50 here and 50 there, or something like, I don't know, 70 here, 30 there. I already have a bunch there. Now we have some obviously deer damage, mold damage, things like that, but a lot of the trees that were damaged will grow back from the root, so I'm not too worried about that. But I would like to plant more trees there that I know are fresh and I know that don't have any damage. So that's just trying to take that into account. Now, I don't know how many trees are actually going to grow. I could have, out of 100, let's say I have only 25 grow or something like that. Then they would all get planted here. But time is going to tell what we do. And that's basically all I have to say today. Is just we're going to get in here, we're going to get this cleared out, and I'm going to make some videos of it along the way. So that's about it for this video, you guys. That is it for this video, you guys. Thank you guys for watching Yankee Valley Outdoors. Don't forget to drop a like on this video, hit that notification bell, and subscribe for more content. And as always, keep it electrified. I'll see y'all later.